There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Northrend. Only one remains, that of Calusia, and with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last Warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Northrend once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Would be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land.
It seems like we're learning about the lore now of the world. Well, of multiple worlds, but that's fine. The universe, there we go. The lore of the universe.
Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiark's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiark, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiark, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiark, but the very star.
This is why we have multiple worlds. Biggest one is the original.
Fortunate enough to escape the sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about, pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th.
Ah, there we go.
It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard. A flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
Wait, he does not consider us to be alive? Because we're not immortal? Is that what it is? You're only alive if you're immortal? How the heck does that make sense? You're not considered alive unless you're immortal. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Eulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Volthree is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
My theory is that he is the Light Warden.
If there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Eulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Eulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Can I teleport there? Yes, okay. Let's just teleport there then. Oh yeah, I didn't get all the Aether crates here, right? Okay, can I go to the northeast part of the map now? I wonder if I've unlocked the north part of the map yet. Let's check that out. There you are. The others have gone ahead. The gate down. We are to follow shortly. It has been a while, has it not? Since the two of us infiltrated Eulmore? Since we faced Lord Volthree and felt such fury as I have never felt before? His actions are unconscionable. Of course, in any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet I mingled with my rage. It was something else at first. I was unsure what it was, but in case of our struggles, I found the answer. In Volthree's self-righteousness, his absolute belief that he alone, is the cure to the world's ills. I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding me back. Yeah, you were kind of a douche in A Realm Reborn, Alphino. That's right, you were kind of like Volthree. Except you were not big and gigantic. You had a smaller tummy, obviously, but yeah. He is vainglorious, ignorant fool, I once was. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. You were basically like him, except you were not a big giant dude. And having shared in his affliction, I feel duty bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it, the good grace I did, is another question. Ah, what is it, Reed? Do you see the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. It's time we're on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades and get to Gate Town. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the reason the aura is different, my theory, before it happens, I'm just going to say out loud my theory. My theory is that Lord Valtry of Eulmore is actually the Light Warden. And he's the leader of all the Sin Eaters. That's my theory. Anyways, as a precaution, I may ask you to go first to ensure that the path is clear. Yeah, I can go first. The closer you are to Eulmore, the more I worry about Raiden may be recognized. If you were to see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Speak to people en route to Eulmore. Alright, let's go investigate. Oops, investigate. You hail the civilian, but he does not respond. Alright. Anyone else here? Maybe over these people over there? Agitated. What do you have? We hear, we obey. Okay, Lord Valtry must have done something. Oh shit, they're mind controlling. Oh, that's fine then. Where's the next one over there? Long live Valtry, long live Valtry, long live Lord Valtry. Okay, this guy seems to be dedicated. And then go back to Gate Town and speak to Tancred. Hello Tancred, how are you doing? Oh good for you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. You notice the people behaving strangely on the path. It's more of the same here. Stoll and Nandals are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. And give me some money. Let's talk to Urinji.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Valtry's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful Aether in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
Why I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Eulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorfrey starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
It is like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorfrey after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Eulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorfrey wieldeth power over Sin Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin Eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorfrey's deeds are beyond justification, beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Is this gonna be a dungeon? Is this gonna be like an instance dungeon? Sure. Let's go. Okay, it's just a duty. Alright.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away! Long live Lord 4-3.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Volthry's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphano. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Break your funny bone! Right. No more Mrs. Nice Jester!
Easy. Easy. Let's go, Arthur. We need to go get Lord Vulture. So let's go. More soldiers. Leave them to me and press on.
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day. And you will not. You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthre's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Sure, but you don't stand a chance against me. Yeah, I just defeated Ranjit by myself. Let's go to the upper level where we can. Let's go.
Lord Vorthree! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance for the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Did I just call it? That Valkyrie is the light Warden of Eulmore?
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd! I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high! I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Where did he go?
What in the heavens?
Did Vorthree do that?
We must give chase.
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alpha, no.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
I'll help too then.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthry's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Where's Tancred? I don't see him. He's supposed to be right here? Is it just slow at loading or what? Or am I on the wrong floor? Oh there, yeah, it was just slowly. I guess the Cactuar was just slow loading. News. It would seem Rain is indeed able to reserve effects of Valtry's influence. Even as we attempts to afflict it, the problem being there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can, and would appreciate your help if you're willing. Sure. So tune to the Aether in Eulmore then. Now we can actually teleport to Eulmore. For the first time. Here's some June powder. I'm restraining it to the entrail to keep them calm until they can receive proper attention. I would appreciate if you could assist with his task. Now those affected are scattered all over the city. I suggest starting your search into derelicts and working your way out. When you're done, be sure to let Reen know. Soul posts. That's soil. Down here, okay, let's go. And that's the mainstay. So I have the mainstay as a teleport. Yes. Higher up. Right over here. Must stop trespassers selling our paradise. And go to sleep. Here we go. Speak to Rin again. Oh, there you are. Just finished aiding this man, now for the next one. More on there relics below, you say? So many of them. When Minfilia entrusted this power to me, I won't rest until I've helped everyone. I can bring the Enthrall to you. I can bring the Enthrall to you. Oh, that would be certainly make it easier for work. Thank you. I'll do my best.
You're going to be all right.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded. As for the rest...
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Eulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a sin eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. My thanks for giving me the chance. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthree.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthree has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
The ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. But after the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthree took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
It's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't.
No, that's not what I... All right, I will take a look at the Talos. But beyond that, I make no promises. Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
Well done, brother.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
The ladder, let's see. The north and west of right. Let us make our way there. Alright. You just see yonder pair of talos. For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chat, prepare for thee to activate them as we speak. For arcane knowledge, your Stroll and I will serve as his assistants. At that point and hour, we shall imbue the golems of Aether. Others meanwhile attend to the ladder, which has too long been neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed. If they're willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Sure, let's go get some lumber. Oh, Destiny, I haven't seen you around before. New to a gate town, I take it? If you need lumber for the shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too. Do it all cost extra. And lumber to restore the ladder. Why in the world would anyone want that? If you don't have the coin, at least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. Look, I'm not one to look away. I'll give you lumber if you do me a favor in return. Sure. Taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do accounting instead, and I'll see if your total matches mine. Sure. Yeah, sure. I'll go start counting, I guess. Big stock of lumber. Lumber stack over here, alright. Remember, another load's just arrived. 2 blacks all told, but one's damaged. It's only good for new kindling now. Alright then, bring the good ones here. And be sure to let Irvine Tight know. How many planks does that make now? You're writing down these numbers, right? I'm sure you can work it out. Alright, fair enough. Wait, am I supposed to remember all of this? Oh, fuck. Key items? Is there a key item for this? Scrawled into your hand, the note says 68 in the storehouse, 9 discarded, 13 delivered, 1 damaged. Here it says 11 in stack near Irvine. Anyway. Is there any up here, actually? Yes, there's another stack over here. Okay. You count 24 planks in the stack. Okay. Alright, let's go get a calculator, because we're going to have to do some calculating maybe if they start asking questions about this. So 11 in stack, 11, plus 24, that's going to be 35. So here we have 68 in the storehouse. And 13 was just delivered, okay. Okay. How many planks did you count? 35 plus 68, right? Wait. Yeah, wait. Okay, so 35 plus 68. It's is gonna be in the hundreds, right? So 35 plus 68, so 60, 90. $126, I think. Wait, subtracted? Wait, what? 106? Has to be done. It's okay, yeah. There, 106. Along with all the lumber you need. Sure, let's go. I died return. We're able to procure the lumber. Oh, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. The expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Mr. Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, but he hath proven himself to be determined. I doubt not that the work shall be done complete ere long. The years since the making at long last the people stand united. How prematurely do I give myself to the sentimental musings? We might reach the mountain, detached from the land as it is. In the present, would appear we have matters well in hand. Perhaps thou should take time ease for a time, and every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Sure. To be completed. I'll just sit over here and wait.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Eulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible? Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason? You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald. But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it. Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time. fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest assured that if your heart can be broken, then so can mine. Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves. Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarok. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this. Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the Source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero. Ah, there was one thing I had meant to ask. How well do you know the Exile? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting. I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive. I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood, knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. Solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it? Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else. That's the spirit. Come on then.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears. No one but me remembers that day. Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Oh, we finally are here at the top rung. There should arrive here long. Come up here, there's something I need you to see. What could this be about? How high up there I have to go for me? How do you get up there? How the heck do you even get all the way up there? What? Oh, there you are. Okay. There's the village, which is over the northeast. But it is, yet after 2 decades without the light rail, there's no reason not described such a isolated summit had long since been abandoned. Alright, but that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to heat in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whatever this mystery person is, you should still be out there. Go on and take a look. Oh, that's not a person. That's a bird. Oh, there he is. Mysterious person. You have looked at Mr. Person, however, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly back to the village. Someone, right? And they were spying on you. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. Why'd you say we investigate? Seeing some meat over here. Just to get the door. What news? Were you able to find anything? No, it seems deserted. People are still living here, but I couldn't find our mysterious person. Maybe people are just hiding? You're doing a rather poor job of it. If you don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? I remember you. You're just Joel, the artist from Eulmore. Remember, even since we parted ways, I've worried about you for you. You bound for the city as you were. Neither did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. You could say the very same to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole, but tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Eulmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led me to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Gulag broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Yeah, but I seem there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you to here? We're after Valtteri. So Valtteri's a senator and he's fled to Mount Gulag. This is a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there is anything I can do to help, you need to say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Justol. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are hard to confront Valtteri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulag. Of course, you hardly need your permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit on your quest. From danger, I see some things never change. At at any rate, it seems that Murder has a mind to linger. We don't have a mind for us to explore. And we're going to scout the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care of out there. Split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. It's short while then. There's the area again. And now we'll go over there, right? Destination, alright. Oh shit.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first. We need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Urianger. And you too, XIV. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at bottom rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop rung. Thither should we make our way.
We'll go back to and wait for Alphen over there. I didn't expect to see Chais here, though I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next obstacle, find a way to reach Mount Gold. For this, we'll need to pull all our heads together. Fair enough. Wait, what did I get? Let's open this. Let's use this tool, might as well. Let's see what share the findings of your scouting mission for one. Fair enough.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthry's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro, but without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Eulmore's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Cid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to earth!
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a Talos. A Talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Balderdash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. A solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Well, let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoray. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Eulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a Talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
The Fey folk, too, possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Eulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maul, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
The saviors of the world.
saviors of the world? Are you being serious? Oh gods, you are.
So, as you can see, you will not want for bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
Sounds epic.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Every design ready, she says. I'm in good touch. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. The village of Eulmore in exile? Those people have every reason to love a President like me. Who would possibly be willing to cooperate? This will never work. I never should have fixed that when he left. Never should have written up here. Never should. Oh, everything's gonna be fine, don't worry. Oh dear, Lang. Darlings appear to have lost the plot. But he has it in him. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants to confer confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your talos. The advice I learned from his mother, he responds poorly to all his praise. We need to find that away. Stoke the fires within his awaken his sense. There. Choose words that will encourage shyness. Lift the spirits of procedure during the conversation. Is this gonna be like a minigame? Encourage shy. Duty commenced. It's plagued with self-doubt. Can't do a new one. Talos that no one's even dreamed of. How often it won't struggle to collect firewood. He did, but he's such a capable lad, brewing of confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have troubles to overcome. I still harbor some misgivings. Regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers. You're not like Ballad like to give it. Just was among them. You said so yourself, lest you're forgotten. We essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. I know, unless we take the first step, there can never be a reconciliation. This is a chance for everyone to come together, even if they are hurled stones at me. Perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. What then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building is just an enormous talos. It's impossible. A new amount of contradiction will change that. Even by some miracle of enmity, we're willing to let bygones be bygones. I think that a plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. It's less absurd than the change that's come to Eulmore. We liberated a castle strategy that many would call absurd. Everything we touch turns to gold. That many would call absurd. Out of the flood of the very castle you sought to reclaim, such a strategy could indeed be considered absurd, yet you succeeded not in spite of it, because of it. Like what seemed absurd, maybe stands a better chance of success for it. Being somewhat optimistic. Be it as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. Imagine for a moment that we fail to reach Voltri, only succeed in provoking him in his fury. He may well unleash his hordes of eaters, and will meet a horrible end. He could build a Talos for battle. I thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid Talos cannot contend with Sin Eaters. If they would, I would never have come to Eulmore. Unless I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. Duty complete. Easy enough. Yeah, exactly. You can do this. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers of Gistal. I want you to wait for me back in Eulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, you're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps it is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Let's try that you are the best, but yet your proof is set with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead. And that which man can envision, he can make reality. This did some old friend of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, if something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by your own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Mr. Chai, perhaps, but what is man if not an idealistic creature? It's not an easy thing to achieve one's dream. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet their first frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet never did. One step after the next, they forge on towards their goal. And for their determination, they accomplish numerous feats that many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there's a spark of desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling, like the old days, I wouldn't be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear. I would have none other than my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm glad that my words struck chords, shall we? Gotta make sure they don't kill him, at least. You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I'm tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gold by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation. After you ignore my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come back here and ask for my cooperation. You have every right to be upset. Valtry's not the one to blame for your suffering, we are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardships of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that we did to you. To fulfill many wrong was wrong, terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends. But I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even a place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be with you once more. But one thing is clear to me. All that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Golg. You have my word. I'm all set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. The game site is measured and precedent in the history of Talos building. Nay, the history of all mankind. Rest assured, this genius of Daedalus stoneworks will deliver. Ah, wicked white. Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbued with magic. When I was put in the spot earlier, I thought, well, that was all we required. I forgot about one other important item needed to bring the Talos to life. The heart. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see that you have some familiarity with Talos. So while I work on the design, I'll be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore, with which to fashion a heart. A heart suitable to bring the Talos to life and raise the very firmament. Which told those people who may be able to assist in your search for ore. If you seek material for the Talos, I know people who may be able to assist. The Arlatos, a dwarven family that have long mine in this land. No one knows that this bounty is left there. To explain your solution, you should be willing to cooperate. Find a tolls at your village in Northwest, a place called Tormra. Bring me to join you, and keep my joint members mayhap that can provide some manner of assistance. From the heart to the two of you, the variety of the ore doesn't matter as long as it's rich with ether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. I'll just teleport over there. So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see dwarven folk at the Crystarian, to now be in the presence of so many. Shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Hi-ho! La-hi-ho! A rousing greeting. You've clearly been practicing. Anyway, now that we have observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? The recommendation of dozens of amity, we have come to seek the aid of Toll family. May we speak to Chief Zamat? I am Zamat, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk amity that sent you here, you must have quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Oh well, and here I thought those below had no fight left in them. Having said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano and all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, you kind ore you seek's precious to us too. If I let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it, like no amount of ale will wash away my charging. First I need to make sure you're worthy by means of a trial. A trial most tricky passed down through the line of toll. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Listen well. There's nowhere mining folk, and the mining life danger is a constant companion. So when we come of age, each must prove our readiness to take the mines. You are undertaking a trial or test of tree trades. Call it 3D Mine Runner. Look at my help. Mark its features. Different helps or different. Ready to take a trial? Report to observer nearby. Best of luck to you. 3D Mine Runner? What the heck is that? Move to the challenge at the chief mentioned, and I'll show you the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, 3D Mine Runner has you use a slingshot to shoot them as we're the wrong helm. All the difference, eh? Alright. Alright, fair enough. Spot the difference. This guy? I should keep it out of the actual train, man. By the way, next time it's a trial for true. Let me know when you're ready, eh? I'm ready. Let's do this. Well done. Trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. Run along now. Report to Zangwa. Impressive shooting mask. Consider me satisfied. It's a pity you didn't come this far with luck alone. So I'll place my faith in you and help you find ore you seek. Thank you. So, it has ore in his mind. Usually Cthulhu says urchin sulfur. Well, it is. We've been mining the stuff since ancient times. And every so often, the self-made fiends yield what's called earthseed, a rare ore steeped in magic. Times we used to refine earthseed for this and that, but technique's been lost. Stuff still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look, and no place is stored in the Druver's Tumble. Problem is, the site's occupied by our old age rivals, the Gogs. GD Sods claim the place is theirs, and refuse to let anyone utter bugger near. We're all just locked in the Gogs. I could go on forever, but those hornless, but then be here forever. What it boils down to is this: if you want the Earth Seed, you've got to deal with the gods. Reckon you're up to the challenge? Yeah, sure. We have dealt with far worse, and I'm sure we can find a way to obtain what we need. As for Spirit, not to help you find a way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it, I'll be with them. You corrupt? I couldn't help overhearing. I knew Sin Eaters have flocked to gold, but I didn't know why. To think that the Light Warden is hiding up there. Pretty cool, so now the world hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. It's this here's Kurut. Young he is. He's one of the villagers' finest miners. Any sense of where to dig? In his aim with pickaxe as true as any dwarf. Put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of my cart if he was sitting in it. All he needed to do was dig. He'd be your dwarf, but he's liable to become the Sin Eater's breakfast. It's true, I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still wanted to try. Please let me go with you. I take care of you, you take care of the ore. As long as you're aware of the direct dangers. I take care of you, and you take care of the ore. Well, thank you very much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to tread, be far from me to stop you. Keep him safe with it, will you? You will most surely encounter Sin Eaters along the way. If you and your company, you will be more respectable than concerned. I'm ready, let's go. Of course, we're really strong. Alright, let's go. This is something wrong thing. Oh, you're fine. Everything's fine, correct. I see it, it's over there. Says we're about to get there. One last push, shall we? Let's do this. Got it. More one? So before any more comes. Hey, let's go. No, please don't take your true to out, and the press over in the ladder may be found. Strength and invitation, we are at the toe. Oh, there. Gods with their ugly, unkempt beards. You realize we're here to come after us, best to take them down first. Be not so hasty, Garrett. The unrest between your two clans don't overstand. I would not resort to violence unless it was necessary. His enchantment to render you invisible. It will not flow cinders, but it will suffice you to hide from the eyes of men. While you are thus concealed, do you think you could find us Earthseed? I'll dig up the choicest stuff there is. Shoot, be much obliged for a do then. Oh, against the straight tree. Wait, it didn't do. We go. Hey, we will go. Let us not be idle either. The crowd cannot be seen, he may still be heard. I would aid him or make some few gods from the field to that end. Dream powder, as you may recall, used it for the rescue. Tancred had some too. Okay, guess Arkham got a little carried away with the light dispatch. That has been useful to our news, and we have no cause to complain. I shall make him visible as well. Closing off the city blitz, yes. You will know cast enchantment. I'm ready. Begin. Yes, let's begin. Good work, my friend. You've done all you can, so it's your turn. I'm back. So, I need to go dig up some more. First aid will suffice for our purpose. You have our gratitude card. I'll just carry this back to... You okay, Crystal Exarch? You alright? I shall be fine as long as I've been as long as I've been to here. A little weakness is to be expected. Yeah, I've also reserved myself a moment to have this rare opportunity yet to be able to enjoy it to the full. Who goes there? Oh, hello. Gogs, Chief of the Gogs. Either one of the tools. Seed. What was our minders are coming back drowsy. After the next, I believe, suspected foul play. What would I find here but tall scums talking about its spineless act befitting your little beards? I won't stand for that insult. Those are trying Creston smell like knockers arse. Better hog-collared news here than the feeble fobby things your toes are hanging out on your faces. Like oil and water, this is not the end of its own accord. Please, would you have some dream powder left? Enough to put an end to this. Let us put this to use in our way. Though something tells me that's the last of their bickering. Which will... Forgive me, Kurt, but we need you to be calm as well. Otherwise, just when it comes to gods, I can't help but see red. But you're here on our account, and we have not much gratitude for you. Now that we have what we came for, it's time to take our leave. The Talos waits in its heart. Speed up and we might accomplish our task more swiftly. So refuge is safely in the hands of Chestos. Reach the faster will record back to determine. Yes. Yes. It was an honor to hold venture with you. He's had it failed at the XIV. Got them all they needed. He's also on his way. Good to hear young Crippers as it happens, the feuders came forward while they were gone. They have to do their bit as well. To let you know your towels, Brooklyn may be needing something. So we went and modified our spare pickaxes used by bigger folks. Take these. We should be kind of going. Up on let's see if everyone has a pickaxe. It's good. We'll have to go over there and talk to all the same. We'll continue this next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Next time we'll do some more of these dwarf quests and try to help out around here. Yeah. So see you next time.